Okay, so I think we can start. All right, so number 1 is already answered. Where do you live? What about number 2?
Why?
Okay.
Why is you always late?
And then number 3?
How many does it cost? How much? How much?
How much? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And number 4?
How do you spell it?
Right. Number 5?
Which train is this?
Correct. And number 6?
How old is your sister?
Number 7?
Who is your teacher?
Right. Number 8?
How many eggs are there?
Correct. 9?
When were you born?
10?
How long is the film?
Right. And 11?
What does that mean?
Correct. And the last one?
How often do you check your email?
Right. Okay, great. Okay, now what about the second question? We need to make questions out of these sentences. So the first one is already answered. What's your favorite food? What about number 2?
Number 2, how often do you cook?
And 3?
3, what can you cook?
Right. Number 4?
How much do you spend on food every week?
And number 5?
Have you got a favorite restaurant?
Correct. Number 6?
When was the last time you ate out?
Correct. Number 7?
Where did you go?
Right. And the last one?
Last one. What are you going to have for dinner this evening?
Right. Nice. Okay. So this means we can move to the next one. Okay, so this is a bit of a 2-in-1, spelling and also prepositions. So spelling with prepositions, those baba. Let me just check something very quickly. I think there's a message. No. Okay, fine. So number 1 is answered. Work in a restaurant. What about number 2?
Work with volunteers.
Correct. Number 3?
Work in a factory.
Number 4?
Work with teenagers.
Correct. Next one.
Work for an airline.
Excuse
work
me.
Work in a hospital.
Correct.
Work for a multinational. Work with disabled people.
Right.
Work in an office. Work for an advertising agency.
Yes.
Advertising agency. Work for an fashion. Work for a fashion company.
Correct.
Work with unemployed people.
Good. Okay, this is also correct. So we can check number 4. Okay, so number 4, they want you to put questions, and all of them are about travel. So number 1 is answered. How do you get to university? What about number 2?
How long does it take you to get there?
And number 3?
How far is it from your home?
Correct. Number 4?
How much do you spend on travel a week?
That's right. And next question, it says, make questions. So the question has to be about the bold part of the example. So Dan lives in the USA. Who lives in the USA? And when we do it in the other way, what's the question?
Where does Dana live?
Correct. And what about number 2?
Number 3. Who worked in London?
Correct.
4. Where did Ella work?
And number 5?
And started at 6. What does started at 6?
This is a subject question. يعني كأنك انت بتقولي بالعربي.
What start at 6?
Correct. والاس وين نحطها مع الوات ولا مع start؟
What? What start at 6?
العكس.
What starts at 6?
That's it. Because remember, subject questions طريقة كتابتهم زي positive sentences.
Yes.
What starts? What starts at 6? Correct. Okay, number 6.
What
ما فيهاش
starts.
S. What starts. ما فيش verb to be هنا في ال فتكتب كأنه positive sentence. What starts at 6. This is the idea. All right.
Okay.
And number 6.
What time does the film start?
Right. What about number 7?
Who has 5 cats?
Correct.
How many cats does Kate has?
Again.
How many cats?
Okay.
How many cats Kate has?
No.
Okay.
هذا subject question. لا مش subject question.
Not subject. How many cats? Kay has, I'm sure about it, but what cats? How many cats?
تمام. How many cats?
Kay has.
But this is not a subject question. يعني ما يقدرش نحطه has. وانت لازم تقرري هل بتستعملي ال have got ولا هل بتستعملي ال does have. واحدة منهم. ما نقدروا ال possessive نديروه بالطريقتين. تقدر تقولي I have 5 cats ولا تقدر تقولي I've got 5 cats. زوج يمشي حاله. انت اول حاجه بتستقري انا واحده بتستعملها. هم اللي عاطينا في الجمله الاصليه اللي هي بالدو يعني اللي هي الهاز على طول عرفتي مش الهاف got.
I don't know really.
Okay, so you can do it 2 ways. You can say how many cats.
Okay, how many cats?
Yes.
Kay has got.
No. How many cats does Kate قصدي Kay have. ما تقدريش تقولي has بكل يعني.
Okay, does have.
Yes. How many cats does Kay have? ولو بنستعمل ال got نقول how many cats has Kay got.
Got.
أيوة.
Okay.
لأن ال have اللي بروحها ديما هي تعتبر يعني present simple do. هذه الفكرة. Okay. So if I want to ask you about children, I can say how many children have you got? have you got. هذا لو نستعمل got. ولو نستعمل الهاف نقول لك how many children do you have. يعني do ولا does بعدها السبجكت لو كان K ولا U ولا أي subject ثاني have بعدها.
Okay.
How many cars do you have? How many cars does Muhammad have? How many phones does she have? وهكذا.
Okay.
All right. Now let's take a look at number 6. So here, this is a collocation exercise. We need to choose the right verb. Do, play, go, وإلا go to. So one is answered, go running. What about number 2?
Go to museums.
Mm-hmm.
Play basketball.
Right.
Do cycling.
What's the rule here with ing activities?
Rule for what?
For ing activities, activities that end with ing. There's a rule.
Do.
We use?
Do.
But what about number 1? What did we use with running?
Okay. Go.
Yes,
go
you have to use always go.
Yes, yes.
So this means for cycling?
Go cycling.
Right.
Go to festivals. Do gymnastics.
Right.
Go mountain biking.
Correct.
Play cards. Do yoga. Go to gigs.
Right.
Go diving.
Correct.
Play chess. Do judo.
Okay.
Go to art galleries.
That's right. All right, here we have, okay. So you need to use the adverb of frequency. This is an adverb of frequency exercise. So number 1, I never get up early. What about number 2?
My brother is sometimes late. We usually start work at 9. We play tennis once a month.
Okay.
I don't often watch TV.
Right.
He plays football every Sunday.
Okay.
I don't usually go to concerts. My parents are always at home.
Correct.
I hardly ever eat meat.
That's right. Okay, then we've got filling the gaps with these words. Okay, so it's a bit of a conversation. Okay, so let's see. All right, so it says here, I think we can skip this because we need someone else to do it with you. Okay, let's skip number 8. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to number 2 because that one's a little hard to do. Okay. So here in unit 2, let's start with number 1. It says write the verbs and the past simple forms. Which verbs are irregular? Okay. So number 1 is stay. What about number 2? What's the verb here, number 2?
Buy.
Okay. And the past?
Bought.
Right.
Irregular.
Yeah, that's right. Number 3?
Decide.
Okay.
Decided.
Right. Number 4?
Sell. Sold.
Okay.
Visit. Visited.
Okay.
Make. Made. Have, had.
Okay.
Started.
Right. Okay. So unit 2 is all about the past simple, I think, unit 2. Okay, so here we have a conversation. Remember, all of it is in the past. So yesterday morning, Jan went to the restaurant and she
met
an
old friend, Tom.
And then
Jan and Tom worked together about 10 years ago. Then Tom left his job and did a business course.
Right.
Last year, he became manager of a KFC restaurant. And Jan ate in his restaurant last night.
Right. That's correct. Okay, it says here, let's write questions using the question word in the brackets. So number 1 is already answered. Where did you go yesterday? What about number 2?
Who met there?
But because the answer is in the story, so maybe if we go up a little bit. يعني كأنك انت بتقولي بمن تلاقت هي من لقيت غد. هنا رأى الإجابة أعطيني كلام.
Who meet there?
No. Can you see the answer? An old friend. This is the answer.
Yes.
Okay. معناها كيف بيكون
I
question.
ask about who met there.
Not exactly.
Who did?
Say it again.
Who did?
Okay.
Who did she meet there?
That's it. Yes. Who did she meet there? And
About
number 2, number 3.
When did they work together?
Correct.
Number 4, to do a business course. Why did he got
But what did he do before what did he do before the business course? He did something.
Why did he left his job?
Correct, but what about the verb form?
Why did he leave?
That's it. Correct. Why did he leave? Number 5.
Last year. When was the last time they met? They meet.
There's something else that happened last year.
I'm sorry about this question because I answered it without reading the story. I didn't know there is a relationship between A and B.
Yeah.
I was very confused about this and ما فهمت الحاجة لما بكري رجعت الحاجة.
Nah, it's okay. Yeah, because it's about the story of Tom and Jan. كل عليهم القصة.
Okay. To do a business course.
So you need to look for the story about what happened last year.
He left. We are number 4.
Yeah, number 4.
Do a business.
Yeah, number 4, we did it. We finished it. Number 5 now.
Oh, okay. Last year. When did he become
correct
manager of KFC?
That's it. When did he become a manager of KFC? And the last one, in his restaurant.
Where did he meet him?
But what did they do in the restaurant?
Where did he?
But he's not alone. Sorry, about Jan. Yeah, you're right. But Jan is a she, not a he.
Okay. Where did she?
Where did she what?
Where did she eat?
Correct.
What did she eat?
And if you want to make it a little better, where did she eat? You can give the time.
Right. Where did she eat last year?
Is it last year?
Last night, I'm sorry.
Yes, exactly.
Where did she eat?
That's it. Where did she eat last night?
Okay.
All right, okay. So this is the story of Jan and Tom. All right, so here we just have a little collocation exercise again. So we get married to someone, we fall
in love with someone,
and we get
divorced,
right, we go
on a date,
and we get
engaged to someone,
correct, and we go
out with someone,
and we ask
someone out,
right, and we break
out with someone,
out
with someone,
we break
out.
Are you sure?
Break out with someone, break up with someone.
Yes, we break up. If you say we break out with someone, it means you and someone else are in prison and together you break out. Okay. It's correct. Break out, it means escape from prison. Break out. But it's not, of course, it's not related to relationships. Okay, so that's correct. So this means we can go to number 3, that's 4. It says here, this is nice. You have to choose past simple or past continuous. The first one is past simple. I first met Josh when I was cycling to work. Sorry. Those past, like if you have a past simple with then your past continuous, you have to choose. So I have it. What about number 2? لأن شنو فكرة السؤال؟ هنا حيعطيك الأفعال كلهم في الانفينيتيف. You get the idea? So you have to make the changes.
Okay. While he was getting out of his taxi, the taxi door hit my bike.
That's correct.
Josh took me to hospital in the taxi.
What's the past of take? It's irregular.
Took.
And yes. The past participle?
Taken. Take, talk, take, maybe.
Close. Just add something in the past participle. Took, take.
Talk, took. Take, talk, taken.
أيوة. Take, took, taken. So. Okay, and number 3 is correct. Josh took me to hospital in the taxi. What about number 4?
While we were waiting to see a doctor, Josh asked me out.
Number 5.
We went on our first date 2 weeks later.
Correct. Number 6.
Then one day while we were talking in the park, he asked me to marry him.
Right. But not talking, walking.
Walking.
It's the same.
Okay. We got married 16 years ago.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, very good. So we can go to the next one. Here, this is easy, number 5. Okay, so just complete the adjectives. Just read them. You don't have to write the letters, but okay. So number 1 is strange. What about number 2?
Amazing.
Number 3?
Unexpected.
Correct. Number 4?
Unfortunate.
Right.
Incredible. Unbelievable.
Right.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Yes, extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
It depends how you pronounce it. If it's American, they say usually extraordinary. Even though it's extra, but they're combined. But in British, usually they say extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but correct. Extraordinary. All right, now number 6. Okay, this is also interesting. We have to use so, because, when, while, or until. So number 1, I didn't meet her until 2009. What about number 2?
When his wife found him, he was in a meeting.
Okay.
They went home early because it was snowing. While I was traveling in Africa, I saw some lions.
Right.
She had a bad cold, so she stayed in bed. I waited until 6 p.m., but then I left.
Okay.
He had a lot of work to do, so he didn't go out.
Right.
I first met my wife when she was working for a TV company. Lucy went home because she was feeling ill.
Okay. That's right. And here number 7. So I think we can skip this. Let's do some of them. Okay.
I want this exercise, Doctor, please, because this class I was absent. So I studied alone. I want to.
Okay, then let's do it. Okay. So the idea here depends on the response, depends on whether you agree or you disagree, whether you are the same or different. So if you see S, you're the same. If you see D, you're different. For example, I go out a lot. So do I. هنا في اتفاق في البوزيتيف. Okay. But here, for example, number 2, I'm not going out tonight. Oh, I am. هنا في اختلاف. What about number 3? You should agree.
Nor do I.
But it's in the past.
No, nor did I.
That's it. Nor did I. And number 4, it should be the same. It says, I took some food to a party.
So do I.
But it's in the past.
Okay. So did I.
Yeah, you have to pay attention to the tense.
Yes.
Number 5, I don't drink coffee in the evening.
I don't drink coffee in the nor do I.
Number 6, you're different here. I didn't understand the question.
I do.
In the past.
I don't.
Not done. Didn't.
I didn't understand. Yes. Understand. I did.
That's it. Number 7.
So am I.
Number 8.
I don't, I think.
Past.
I really enjoy it, yes. I didn't.
In the exam, if you don't get the tense right, you won't get a correct mark. You have to be very careful. So you need to check what's the verb form. Are they talking about now? Is it in the past? So you have to be very careful. All right. What about number 9? Here it's similar.
So do I.
Right. Present simple, sir.
I'm really angry. I'm not.
Correct.
I didn't. I did. I'm not interested. Nor am I. I don't, I think.
Correct. Because present simple, sir.
I don't like having. I do.
Right. Correct. This is the idea. All of them are correct. I don't think you have a problem. All of them are correct, except just checking past ولا present. لكن التغيير يدي لفاسة. So that's good. All right. So we have the collocation exercise. Let's match. So we say on the job training, and we say job.
Security.
Right. We say friendly.
Colleagues.
Colleagues.
Colleagues. Colleagues.
Yeah. And holiday.
Pay.
Right. Opportunities.
For travel.
My own.
My own office.
Right.
Sick pay. Long holidays.
Right.
A good salary. Flexible. Flexible working hours.
Correct.
Lots of responsibility. A company car.
Right. Okay. So here it's all about have to. How to use have to. So sometimes it's in the positive, sometimes it's in the negative, sometimes it's in the past. So you also have to pay attention to the tense, okay?
Okay.
And you have to pay attention to the subject. هل نتكلم به he, she, وهل نتكلم به they. So there are a few changes. All right, so number 1, pilots have to pay for their training. We used have to because pilots is plural, they. What about number 2?
A negative.
And it's a negative. So
waiters don't have to go to college.
That's it.
Lorna had to get up early for work every day last week.
Yes, it's in the past.
Referees have to learn all the rules. Rick had to go home early yesterday. We don't have to go work tomorrow. I have to fly to New York tomorrow morning.
Right.
We didn't have to pay for the food last night. Claire has to sell her house last year. Last year had to.
Right. It's in the past. Okay, let's move a little bit.
I have to do on the job training last month. I had to.
Right. That's correct. Now in part B, good. Right, yes, no questions. Okay, let's do for some of them. We don't have to do for 10 of them. Okay, choose 3 or 4 and make questions about them. From the list, from number 2 to number 10. Choose any random 3 sentences and make questions. For example, number 6. Okay. All right, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back.
I'm sorry.
No problem. All right, so all you need to do is just make a question. Let's choose some of them, not all of them. For example, number 6. Can you make a question about number 6? A yes, no question? What would the question be? Because the sentence is, we don't have to go to work tomorrow. So what would the question be?
Do you have to go to work tomorrow?
Right, but is it صح صح. Do you for plural صح. Do you have to go to work tomorrow? Good. What about number 3? Can you make it into a question?
Number 3. Laura, to get up. Did Laura have to get up early for work every day?
Correct. And what about number 10?
Number 10. Do you have to do on the job training last month? Did you have to?
Yes, it's in the past. Did you have to? Correct. Okay. Okay, so we've got that done. So this means we can take a look at number 3. Number 3, you need to choose the right answers. This is the idea. So you can start reading and choose which answer do you think is the right one. So in the beginning, it says, last year, Jim earned a lot of money, but then he...
But then he lost his job.
Okay. Now he
is unemployed.
Okay.
And
he
he get unemployment benefit. Last month he filled a CV.
Okay. He
Filled in a CV, and now he is applying for.
Okay, but a CV, do we fill it in or do we write it?
CV, I think fill it in.
But this means there's a format and you have to fill in some blanks. Is this how CVs work? Or is that how applications work?
I think I was wrote by a pen.
Yeah, because applications, we fill them in, right? You have the and you have to write a few things. But a CV, you have to write it from the beginning.
Yes.
Okay.
So he wrote CV.
Correct. And now he's...
I think he's applying for jobs.
Correct.
All the time.
Last week
he went for an interview. But
correct.
he didn't have enough experience.
Right. Correct. Nice. Okay, now it says here one verb form in each sentence. So this means there's a mistake in all of the sentences. From number 1 to 6, there's a problem. You need to find what it is and correct it. And the mistakes are all related to the verb form, not spelling, for example.
Yes. I always start work at 8 and I am never finished before 7.
So what do you need to change?
Finish, not finishing.
Okay, but there's another thing. صح، هذه واحدة منهم. في حاجة ثانية.
Remove am.
Correct. And number 3.
Okay. I'm applying for a job at the moment, and my husband is cooking the dinner.
Okay. And my husband is cooking dinner. The dinner, you think?
Because at the moment, she talks about this moment.
So there's something weird about the sentence. Because if you say I'm applying for a job at the moment, it looks okay. And my husband cooks the dinner. And my husband's cooking dinner. Yeah, maybe if لو ندو كل شيء at the moment صاير معناها صح زي ما قلتي. We have to, my husband is cooking the dinner. I'm applying for a job at the moment and my husband is cooking. Maybe like this is correct. So my husband is cooking the dinner. Okay. What about number 4?
I think he's also listens to the radio because he's really like music. He's also listen to the radio. He's listening. I think it's true.
He's listening is
right.
correct. تمام.
Yes, and he's listening to the radio.
Correct.
Because he really likes music.
Right. Because like is a state verb and inclusion you're continuous. He really likes music. He really likes music. And number 5?
He cooks every evening, and I don't think that's right.
Correct. Because think is also a state verb. Number 6.
I need to find a job, so I'm writing my CV.
Correct. That's correct. So هذا التركيز أكثر على موضوع لو تذكري درس activity verbs or state verbs.
State verbs.
Yeah. All right. Now number 3. You need to write the correct form. So sometimes they give you a verb and they want a noun. Sometimes they give you a noun, they want a verb. ترى تشوفوا كان في adjective. لا. كلها تحويل من noun ل verb أو من verb ل noun. This is the idea. Okay. So number 1, he's got a great collection of DVDs. So we use the noun of collect. What about number 2?
How many foreign visitors?
Yes, plural, visitors.
Visitors. They made lots of improvement to the buildings.
Singular or plural?
They made lots of improvement to the building.
But improvements.
Building.
Because it's countable. Lots of improvements. Correct.
What was the boss's decisions? Or decision, I don't know.
Just decision. We don't have to make it plural.
We had an argument last night. There isn't much employees
but here we have for builders. ما نبوش نقولوا موظفين، نبغى نقولوا توظيف. ما فيش هلبة توظيف للمقاولين للبنائين في مدينتي. ما فيش هلبة وظائف، ما فيش هلبة توظيف. ما نبوش نقولوا ما فيش هلبة موظفين. if you say employees موظفين، لكن ما تركبش يعني.
Well, there isn't much employers.
How do we say
as a
كيف نقول بطالة؟ How do we say بطالة؟
بطالة. unemployment.
Right. معناها عكسها شو بتكون؟
employment.
That's it. Employment.
I think they mean the people.
وما نقدرش نقولوا the people وبعدها قال لك for builders. There isn't much employees for builders ما تركبش. وتاني حاجة employee countable معدود، وهو أعطيك much لل uncountable. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
يعني لو نديروا employees نقدر نقول مثلا there aren't many employees in the office. There aren't many employees in the building مثلا يمشي حالنا. لكن هنا ما نقدرش نستعمل employment.
Okay.
And number 7.
The chef made a delicious meal.
Okay.
Cooker.
What do we call a person who cooks?
Cooker.
What do we call the thing that we cook on?
Cooker.
So what do we call a person who cooks?
The cooker cooked over the cooker. Chef. I know chef.
Chef is like the boss of the طباخين. هو يمشي حاله شيف لكن هي ما بوش شيف. نقول الطباخ وخلاص.
The cook.
That's it. The cook. Cook. It's the same. Noun and verb. It's the same. The cook. Number 8.
We had a long decision about it.
But is the verb decide or discuss?
Discussion. About it. Yes.
That's correct. And here, what do we have? I think we can skip this. It's a bit of a conversation question. Okay, let's just do the first part. So we have a conversation between Mel and Joe. So I'm sorry, but I can't go out tonight. Why not?
I have to work late.
Right. Oh, don't worry, another time. Okay, you can do number 2 also because number 1 ما كانش فيها سطر واحد. What about number 2?
I'm sorry, but I can't come to the meeting. All right, why is that? I have to take my son to the doctor. I'll call you later.
Okay, that's it. This is the idea. They're just conversations, promises, apologies, and reasons. Anyways, Number 4, it's about, I think, movies and music and that kind of thing. All right, so we have different types of movies. So we have a comedy. Number 2, what's number 2?
An adventure film.
Number 3?
Science fiction. A science fiction film.
Correct. Number 4?
Number 4, a thriller film.
Number 5?
A drama.
Correct. And the last one?
An animated film.
Right. And the number 2, you need to use the present perfect this time. So this is present perfect. So I've been to the USA, number 2.
I've been to the USA. She hasn't appeared. Correct.
Okay, yeah. What about C? Or did you use C in another sentence? Yeah, I think appear تمشي حالها هنا يعني C ممكن في number 3. All right, what about number 3?
I have seen a lot of films in England, in English.
Okay, number 4?
I haven't cooked a meal for more than 20 people.
Right, and number 5?
Number 5, my brother has worked for 3 different companies.
Number 6?
My dad have studied Chinese.
Again, my dad?
My present perfect.
Correct.
My dad have studied.
But your dad is a he.
Has, I'm sorry.
Right.
My dad has studied.
Correct. And number 7?
I have read Harry Potter book in English. My parents have met.
Right. But in negative.
Haven't met.
Okay, good. I think we can skip this. It's gonna take too much time. Types of music. Let's skip it. All right, now let's choose the correct word in number 4. So it says here, it's a mix, I think. Some of them are past simple. I remember this lesson. This is the relationship between the past simple and present perfect. When to use this, when to use the other, how to mix them. All right. So, have you ever
been to a music festival? Yes, I have.
Right.
Yes, I have. I've been to. I went.
Well, but why did you choose went?
Because the year.
Yes. Correct.
I went to. Okay. Did you enjoy that?
Again?
Did you enjoy it?
Enjoy or enjoyed?
Enjoy.
Okay.
Yes, I did. It was fantastic, but it has Okay. Has rained or rained alone?
Mm-hmm.
But it rained a lot.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Has your brother ever been
Correct.
banned?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he has.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Mm-hmm.
in a rock band when he was a teenager.
Correct.
Did he? Did they play many gigs?
Mm-hmm.
No, they only played 3 times.
Right. That's correct. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so we've got some matching. So we say cable TV, a chat what?
Chat TV program.
Okay, soap.
Soap opera. Turn on.
A reality
show.
A
Remote control.
Control. Correct. And here we say a game.
A game player.
Are you sure? Okay, let's leave it. Download.
Channels.
Do you download channels?
Download the program.
Right. A 3D.
A 3D TV.
Okay.
A DVD player.
Right.
Turn off. A game show.
Right.
Change channels.
Correct. Right. So this is from number 6 is from the lesson of ing versus ed adjectives. So number 1, that's interesting. Number 2, the news is it worried or is it worrying? What do you think about the news?
Worrying.
Right. So the news is worrying. I always feel something after doing yoga. How do you feel after doing yoga? Do you feel relaxed or do you feel relaxing? How do you feel after yoga?
Relaxing.
You always feel relaxing or you always feel relaxed after yoga?
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Thank you, teacher. I have some problems in my Zoom account. I just try.
Okay, but now I can hear you clearly, finally.
Finally.
Yes, okay. So here, maybe you can help because poor Samira has been answering from the beginning of the lesson, so you can help her a little bit.
Okay.
So here, what you need to do is choose the right form of adjective. So for example, number 1, we answered, that's interesting. Number 2, the news is worrying. Number 3, it says, I always feel,
Relaxing.
you can say relaxed or relaxing after doing yoga.
I think relaxing.
Okay, what about number 4? Tom's about his birthday party.
Tom's exciting about his birthday party.
What do you think, Samih, for number 3 and 4?
Sounds exciting.
Okay, now remember that the rule for ing or ed, there's a bit of a rule. So for example, you can say, I'm bored because the movie is boring. So the thing that causes the feeling, المسبب ياخذ ing في العادة. والشخص نفسه, the person, the subject is usually ed. This is the general rule. Do you get the idea? So whenever you want to talk about the cause of something, put an ing. Like, for example, number 2, the news is worrying. Can you see number 2? The news is worrying. The news is worrying because the news is the cause. هي المسبب للشعور للشيء. فما دام الشيء مسبب نعطوه ing. لكن لو بتتبع لنفسك, I'm worried because of the news. Do you get the idea? Dua. Can you hear me, Dua?
Yeah.